Yeah, you're going to share because the other one's making a lot of noise. Please begin.
Thank you. I can do this in less than 3 minutes.
Thank you.
My name is Sean Bazinski from the Street Vendor Project at the Urban Justice Center. I'm so proud to hear all the groups that have made such progress. We are at basically, but I want to say we're very interested in the worker cooperative model. Vendors are themselves small businesses, and so it's well suited to different ideas that we have, but really we're at square one. One of the ideas would be a where vendors would buy, for example, we have hundreds of people that sell the same Poland Spring water. You could buy it by the truckload and save a lot of money that way for our members, hardworking people who are out there every day on the sidewalks. Another thing is, Chair, I remember you came to a vendor garage about a year ago.
Less.
Less than a year ago. This is the idea. I thought it was as interesting as we do. The idea here would be, wouldn't it be great to create a vendor's cooperative? The fact is that garage space is very expensive. Many garages are getting property values go up and they get turned into fancy condos, especially on the west side of Manhattan where there's all that gentrification and new. We love this idea, and we will be hopefully working with a lot of the people here, and we would love to, you should expect that you'll be getting some requests for resources from us in the future so that we can make this idea a reality, and thank you very much.
Okay, and then the question, Sean, is are you connected to the folks in the room to help you develop that idea, like Omar with the handsome tie in the front row?
Yeah. Observation as a beginner to this area is that there's a lot of advice, no short, just a lack of money to get started. But yes, we are, and people that have testified here today. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Christopher Velasco. I run a innovative urban agriculture project in the chairwoman's district. It's called Granja Eagle Slope Farm. We are doing a zero and neutral approach to urban agriculture. We're using a system called aquaponics. So we're farming fish and we're growing on top of water. And we're going to be using solar power to power everything in the farm. So our goal is to be like this prototype in the South Bronx, you know, to like test this crazy idea out. And what we're looking at to do is eventually to, you know, setting up a series of worker co-ops throughout the South Bronx, and where people, because you can make a lot of money in it, you know, and so like for instance, 20,000 square feet of cultivation, right, can garner about $1 million in revenue, right? And there is an excess of rooftop space in the South Bronx, especially roofs that can hold hydroponics. So we're looking to hopefully once we're farther along in our prototype stage to set this up. And I think that the city could really help us out and help groups like us out by roofs, you know, for a low fee or a percentage of revenue, or free. Free would be awesome. In the Bronx, you know, it is the one place. I mean, yes, it's a poor area and people always, you know, get on. But my family is from the Imperial Valley in California. It is the poorest county in California. My parents grew up as farm workers, and let me tell you, like, that is true like desperation and poverty. People living in tents. I think that the great opportunity to move forward, and with the city council's help, technical assistance from CUNY or my alma mater, really start something crazy and innovative, and also has added benefits of adding food into the community. You know, also green infrastructure projects. I know there's a problem with flooding in the Bronx, and you know, overflowing into the East River, to the Harlem River. You know, there's no reason why we can't like go to a school like Hostos or Baruch and get people together and say, hey, you guys are engineers, you know, you're environmentalists, let's get together and let's do a project and make it a co-op, you know. And there's just so much opportunity, and I would just, I've had testimony. I couldn't like email it to you guys because I have a flash drive, but I will definitely email your office with all the details.
And Thomas, do you have a card? or Mitch here, they're the guys you want to send it to.
Cool.
Forget it.
Thank you, Chairwoman.
Thank you. Thank you for being.
Good afternoon. My name is Shane Smith. I'm the Executive Director of Democracy at Work. We're a nonprofit organization based here in New York City.
Yes.
Education mostly on the subject of structural economic inequality. We have a special interest in worker co-ops. So that's our name, Democracy at Work. Our founder is Richard Wolff. He's a well-known economist. He travels the country and speaks on these issues. We also produce a weekly syndicated radio program called Economic Update. It airs on Pacifica Radio, nationwide, plus some other public radio stations. Professor Wolff prepared a statement which I have submitted to you for the record. Our role today here is basically not only to join the chorus and convey the value or co-ops to New York City's economy, which I have no doubt that you are already convinced of, but also to keep the conversation going here in New York City as well as in the national media. I just want to pull one of you just to emphasize what we know about the value of worker co-ops from an economic perspective. Co-ops better engage the creativity, commitment, quality, and intensity of workers than traditional for-profit co-ops' competitive edges. Co-ops distribute net revenues among all workers in ways that directly reduce the economic inequality. Co-ops better engage their communities because they are more locally based and locally focused than most conventional enterprises. Co-ops' decisions about the technologies they use and their environmental impacts respect their surrounding communities much more than conventional enterprises' decisions. Relocate production sites away from their communities, making co-op jobs that much more secure. What is greater public awareness of the possibilities, actual histories, and benefits of worker cooperatives that will stimulate consumers and businesses to buy co-ops' outputs. That will likewise attract workers to seek jobs in co-ops rather than conventional profit-driven enterprises. We need a level playing field with profit-driven enterprises. In American history, small businesses got government help, and sometimes minority-owned and women-owned enterprises did too. The same should be available to worker co-ops. They need subsidized credit, technical and marketing assistance, and orders. With government assistance plus co-ops' own competitive edges, they can significantly help New York's efforts to reach other social benefits. We ask this committee and the City Council to encourage and support the growth of a vibrant workers' cooperative. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Alexandra Lopez, representing worker co-op Ginger Moon. Ginger Moon is a mother-owned cooperative. As food doulas, we mother revitalizing and healing foods during pregnancy, childbirth, and nursing. After many discussions about how we could create a resource for busy mothers like us, we realized that knowing what to eat and knowing the kinds of support we need during pregnancy and nursing is essential and was a gap in society. We believe that what we eat determines our physical and mental. We envision a world where every new mother will have the knowledge and support to nourish herself and her family. We define creating a shift in culture by changing the dynamic of a family to one in which a pregnant, new, or nursing mother is emotionally, and spiritually taken care of by her community and her family, tells us that we are successful. Success is measured in the belief that healthy and supported mothers create healthy and supported children, families, and see our work as strengthening the world, one mother at a time. Ginger Moon has been entirely self- and crowdfunded, a great percentage of this support coming from the cooperative community. This has allowed us far more than a new non-cooperative small business to begin with a foundation of support, in no small part due to our participation in the Green Worker Co-op Academy. It's possible for us to expand our services to reach more women and add a delivery service for current and new clients so that our foods can reach a larger amount of women, both in New York City and nationally. Further support to cooperatives, Worker Cooperative, enabling its growth and sustainability so that more women can be impacted by our concept of workshops and trainings. Ginger Moon has since its very beginning in 2012 been clear that we are a motherhood, family, and community. Mothers are the pillars of why and how we started, and the three co-owners of Ginger Moon are mothers to 6 children ages 10 months to 10 years, with 4 under 3 years old. We have made decisions to take on part-time and occasional jobs to stay at home the most possible time with our children. But since Ginger Moon's inception, we have been building our business alongside our children while providing support of our families and ourselves. Our sister co-op, Caracol Interpreters Cooperative, couldn't be here, but they've submitted their testimony as well.